how to transform your life fast and become the master of transformation. I get the chills when I think about how conditioned we are by our society, how indoctrination shaped us all into sheep and made us stop dreaming of that life that we would love to live. Right? We are all pushed into living this dream of the planet where we need to go to school to get a degree, to get a good job, to get married, have kids, work until retirement, and then after we retire we get to live the life that we want to live, but then we're too old and too tired to actually do the stuff that we would like to do, right? And I found this book that's called The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz that absolutely changed my life and made me realize that everything is an illusion, right? That we didn't get to choose what we want to do in our life, and we are all pushed into following this path. So I found this book. It's called The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz that absolutely changed my life and made me realize that everything is an illusion. And these four agreements, if followed and applied in our everyday life, we can actually absolutely reshape our reality and change our life and really come from a place where we support our higher self, our true nature. Hi guys, I'm Oana and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk about the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Enjoy! The first agreement is called be impeccable with your word. Impeccable comes from Latin and it means impeccable, without sin. And going against ourselves, self-rejection, is the biggest sin that we can make, right? And words really have power. For example, Hitler, right? He used his word to lead people towards destruction, to lead towards a bad place, right? He used it to destroy, and he used it as black magic, let's say. We see how powerful words are. He was really good at that, we have to admit, but where did that lead, right? And this first agreement, we need to use it and apply it in our life if we want to be free and happy, right? And I'm gonna share with you this quote that I really love from the book, and it says, your word is your power to create. Like a sword with two edges, your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you, right? So be careful how you use your words. Use them to lift people up, to lift yourself up, to empower yourself, and keep them positive and keep them, light and beautiful, right? Because words really have power. I can't say this enough times, right? The second agreement is don't take things personally. And that's what we do. We take things personally. When someone brings us negativity, we take it personally, right? And that can destroy us. That can absolutely destroy us. And using these two agreements, the first and the second one together, can destroy 75% of all the tiny habits that we formed. And I want to read something for you here. People's actions reflect their true character. It has nothing to do with you. It's on them. Same with our action towards others. It's all on us. The truth is that a big part of who we are is depending on how we were raised, right? The way our subconscious was programmed while growing up. The little rules of the society that were implemented in our brain. But we can reprogram our subconscious and get rid of all the limiting beliefs. How? By awareness and meditation. Great tools for discovering our blockages, right? The first and second agreement, as I said, really can break 70% of our bad tiny habits, right? So don't take things personally, because they can absolutely destroy us. The third agreement is don't make assumptions, right? Making assumptions is asking for problems. Ask the questions. If you're not sure about something, ask talk. Communication is so important to communicate, and not just make assumptions and assume that that people think a certain thing, or assume that people feel a certain way, right? Because we know nothing. So when we communicate and we stop making assumptions, right, that's when we get rid of most of the problems in our life, because that's how we create our problems, by expecting something from someone instead of communicating and asking them what do they want, right? And the fourth agreement is called always do your best, right? And it's about the action of the first three agreements. That's to do the best that we can in everything we do, right? Because then we have no regret. We are not guessing. We are not second guessing ourselves, let's say. And I want to read again a few quotes for you. I have everything written down because I can't memorize all this. I'm not gonna pretend I can. So yeah, expressing what you are is taking action. Not enjoying what is happening right now is being just half alive, right? So be present, live in the now, live in the now. That's the secret, right? To be present in really in this moment and enjoy what's happening around you. And another thing that I'm gonna close with, and this is a really powerful quote, and it says this: we pretend, and this is to prove how we are conditioned and how we live in fear every day, and we are afraid of being ourselves, which is really the biggest fear of humans, right? Of not being accepted, of being rejected, right? So I'm gonna share this quote with you that says, we pretend to be what we are not because we are afraid of being rejected. The fear of being rejected becomes the fear of not being good enough, which is like a really big problem in today's world. Eventually we become someone that we are not. We become a copy of mama's beliefs, daddy's beliefs, society's beliefs, and religion beliefs. All our natural tendencies are lost in the process of domestication. We are domesticated, we are conditioned, right? And we lose our true self. We lose our true nature, right? Our connection with our higher self, or our inner being. So all our natural tendencies are lost in the process of domestication. And when we are old enough for our mind to understand, we learn to say no. Just being ourselves is the biggest fear of humans, right? So learn to say no when you don't want to say something. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for what other people expect from you, right? Don't follow that, and really be yourself. Be yourself, and write this 4 agreements down, and really try to follow them. And I'm gonna read them again, all 4. So it's like a summary of them. Be impeccable with your word. First one. Don't make assumptions, right? Don't take things personally, and always do your best. If applied in our life, we can actually change our reality fast, starting from today. Just try it from today and see how things will change. All right, I hope you enjoy this, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.